Dear students, I welcome you all on behalf of Delhi Institute for Administrative Services. You are in the midst of corona pandemic, but the bad days are over. Our education system is getting back to normal. Universities and colleges are being opened, and we expect that very soon educational institutions in Delhi will also be open. Many of you are coming from different parts of the country and preparing to join your university and college education. University and colleges are the means to broad base your personality, your career path, what you want to become in your life, अपने हौसलों की उड़ान को कैसे आगे बढ़ाएं। इसलिए सही मार्गदर्शन में किन किन विषय का चुनाव किया जाए, आप क्या पढ़ें। सिविल सर्विसेज देश के युवाओं को एक बेहतर कैरियर ऑप्शन देते हैं। सिविल सर्विसेज का मतलब होता है जो मिलिट्री सर्विस नहीं है। सिविल सर्विसेज में सामान्यतः आईएएस, इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस, इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस, इंडियन फॉरेन सर्विस, इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस जैसी 24 विभिन्न सेवाओं का समावेश होता है। और इन सब के लिए यूनियन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन एक सेंट्रलाइज्ड एग्जाम कंडक्ट करता है, जिसको सरल भाषा में सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन और शॉर्ट में सीएसई बोलते हैं। सीएसई हम लोग 20 जो मंच पे यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं वो देश के बड़े बड़े एक्सपर्ट्स हैं। हमारे साथ मंच में विराजमान हैं, उस राइट कॉर्नर से बता रहा हूँ, आदरणीय डॉक्टर एस के झा जी। आप पॉलिटिकल साइंस के और पॉलिटी के टीचर हैं, दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से पीएचडी हैं। हमारे बगल में हैं सिविल सर्विसेज कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री के अमिताभ बच्चन, बहुत पॉपुलर शिक्षक, और मेरे अनन्य प्रिय श्री अवध प्रताप ओझा जी। आप इतिहास विषय के विद्वान हैं। वैसे तो आपकी विद्वता में मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकता हूँ, आप किसी भी विद्वता का तो कोई माइनस इन्फिनिटी से प्लस इन्फिनिटी तक का डोमेन होता है। किसी भी क्षेत्र में आप पहुँच जाएंगे तो आप सुनेंगे भी उनकी विद्वता से। आज का ये जो कार्यक्रम है, आज की जो क्लास है, आज का जो ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम है, बेसिकली ओझा जी के का ही मेन कार्यक्रम है। हम लोग इस अभी जो शुरू का इंट्रोडक्शन का प्रोग्राम है, वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू वाइंड अप विद इन 30 मिनट्स एंड आफ्टर दैट दिस डायस, दिस प्लेटफॉर्म विल बी हैंडेड ओवर टू ऑनरेबल मिस्टर ए पी ओझा जी, हु विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द हिस्ट्री एंड कल्चर। विद मिस्टर ओझा सिटिंग इज another very popular teacher, Sri M.K. Mohit. He is a young faculty, MA and MPhil from Delhi University, and he teaches ancient Indian history. उनके बगल में उनके साथ में बैठे हुए हैं, adjacent to him, Mr. Praveen Kumar. He is also MA and MPhil from Delhi University, Delhi School of Economics, and he is a faculty of Geography. We have planned this whole program of general studies because general studies forms the foundation stone of civil services examination. I am just going to introduce you because I assume that many of you who are going to attend this class or this seminar are newcomers, freshers. You are just stepping out of your colleges or entering into the college. It means either you are a student of BSc or BA or BCom first year, or you have graduated from that. Minimum qualification for civil services examination is a graduation. But if you prepare the exam along with your graduation, it helps not only in your graduation, you can do exceptionally well in your academics, but also it will pave a good way for clearing civil services examination. 5 disciplines are essential requirement for civil services general studies course. They are history, geography, polity, economy, and general science. General science also includes environment, ecology. We have designed this program. In fact, DIAS was set up, as Anchor has said, that DIAS was set up in 2005. We have made our mark in science optionals. We are number one in the country. In the last 20 years, if there are any selections from science subjects, particularly physics, chemistry and mathematics, up to certain extent, they are our students. Almost all of them are our students. We have been running general studies program off and on in the modular basis. But after great request from many of my students since many years that sir come up with the full-fledged GS program, this year somehow by God's grace we have been able to fine-tune or network with the best faculties of the country. So we are coming up with the full-fledged general studies program. This program has got 4 mentors for 4 standard disciplines which civil services examination or general studies program tries to test. History is under the mentorship of Oja sir. Geography is under the mentorship of K. Siddharth sir. These people are serving the student community for more than 20 years and they have made the mark for themselves. I myself teach polity and science tech. Then we have got ethics and integrity, renowned civil servant, ex-secretary to the government of India, Rangan Datta sir. So we have got 4 mentors and a team of 10 faculty members. History also is having 3 other faculty members. Geography is also having 2-3 faculty members. And we have designed this program. We are going to run this whole program in offline mode. Our intention is to run the classes in only offline mode. Online will be supplementary to offline. As of now, as of today, we expect that lockdown may be open in Delhi within a week. So by 12th or tentatively maybe next week, we are going to start our offline classes. Meanwhile, before that, we will be conducting few introductory classes by our mentors. Today's class is by Oja sir. Tomorrow I am going to take the class. Next class on 10th will be K. Siddharth sir. And one class will be by Rangan Datta sir. And then afterwards faculty will be fine-tuning. Before starting, you know which civil services examination you intend to take? Which was the last exam whose results have been declared? This year, whom I am saying that third ranker has been our classroom program student. Third ranker of which year civil services examination? That civil services examination whose result is available, it is CSE 2019, whose result was declared in 2020. Civil services examination 2020 interview with personality test is going on. So there is no data available for civil services examination 2020. 2021 prelims, first stage of the exam, as my anchor has said, first stage of the exam for 2021 is going to be conducted on 10th of October and mains is supposed to be scheduled on May. So most of you who are watching this program or joining us will be preparing for civil services examination 2022 onwards. So before starting, you must know few statistical facts. What are the cutoffs? What is the important website? upsc.gov.in is a very important website, should be very important website for all of you who are looking out for a career in civil services. upsc.gov.in website has got a section called examination. In examination section, whole of the data is available to you. Data means how many people appeared in the exam, how many people passed the prelims exam, how many people passed the mains exam, and how many people have been finally recommended for different services which are offered as a result of civil services examination. And most important of them, what have been cutoffs, because your preparation must be always aimed towards the end point, towards the लक्ष्य. लक्ष्य आपका क्या है? सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन पास करना आपका लक्ष्य है. तो लक्ष्य के लिए आपको ये कट ऑफ्स कि कितने परसेंटेज मार्क्स में यूपीएससी का एग्जाम टॉप हो जाता है, कितने परसेंट मार्क्स में या कितने मार्क्स में सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन में 100 रैंक आती है. ऑल दीज डेटा यू मस्ट नो फर्स्ट हैंड. फर्स्ट हैंड मीन्स चेकिंग द वेबसाइट, नॉट फ्रॉम हियर से. हियर से का मतलब ये ना कि मैंने कह दिया या किसी टीचर ने कह दिया या किसी शिक्षक ने कह दिया. आपको डेटा की फर्स्ट हैंड जानकारी होनी चाहिए. फर्स्ट हैंड डेटा कहाँ से आता है? फर्स्ट हैंड डेटा आता है upsc.gov.in की वेबसाइट से. तो मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ लेटेस्ट डेटा CSE 2019 का जो मेरे पास अवेलेबल है वो कर रहा हूं, वो आपका बेंचमार्क होना चाहिए। 2 साल का कोट करके बताऊंगा CSE 19 एंड CSE 18 का। CSE 19 में approximately 8 lakh people appeared. Number of people appeared in civil services examination 19 were number of candidates who filled the forms. 8 lakhs people filled the forms. Out of 8 lakhs, not everybody appears into the mains exam. How many appeared? Roughly 60% people appeared. 8 into 6, 48, 4.8. I mean 5 lakhs of the people appeared in the prelims stage. That is the first stage. First stage has got 2 papers. General Studies paper 1, General Studies paper 2, which is also called CSAT, Civil Services Aptitude Test. That is the paper 2. Paper 1 of General Studies in prelims is having just 100 questions. 200 marks is the weightage. Out of 200 marks, what marks do you score? That will determine whether you are going to get a chance to write down the mains or not. That is called cutoff. That is called cutoff. So what has been cutoff of CSE 19 for general category, cutoff for civil services examination prelims in 2019, that is the latest result which I am having, was 98 marks out of 200. 98 marks out of 200 in General Studies paper 1, and General Studies paper 2 is just qualifying. Try to appreciate, although none of you should ignore paper 2. We will focus in due course of time on paper 2 also, but paper 2 is qualifying. Means you have to score 30 to 40% of the marks, approximately. That varies year to year, and you get a chance. Whether you are going to qualify prelims or not, that is determined on the basis of your score in paper 1. Paper 1 has 100 questions of 2 marks each. Out of that, for general category, cutoff was 98. For OBC, it was 95.34. For SC, it was 82. For ST, it was 77.34. For EWS category, it was 90. Good. So, if I draw a line, a safe score in prelims is 100 marks out of 200. If you are able to score 100 out of 200, you are going to qualify prelims. Almost similar thing was there for the CSE 2019. I am just reading, 2018. 19 I have told, now I am reading 2018, what was the cutoff. General category was once again 98 marks. OBC was 96.66, little higher than last year. SC it was 84. ST it was 83.34. That was the cutoff for Civil Services Examination Prelims 2018. So, by analyzing it carefully, we find out that if you are scoring 100 to 105 out of 200, you are bound to pass. Every question is of 2 marks. For 105 score, which I consider as a safe score, how many questions you need to make correct? If your 60 questions are correct, just 60 into 2, 120. And if you just if you attempt 95 questions, 30 questions are even wrong. Even if your 30 questions are wrong, then 30 into 10, 30 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is the negative marking, that is 10. 20 marks are deducted. So 120 minus 20, still you are landing up with 100 marks, correct? So your aim must be that you must be able to attempt about 90 questions in the exam. Out of 90, you have to make correct about 60 questions. If you are making 60 questions correct, then you are bound to qualify the prelims. Good. Prelims is not at all difficult, provided, and even civil services examination is not at all difficult, provided you follow the proper strategy, proper planning to achieve great targets, great aims in life, great objects in life. You require a proper planning and vision. Without proper planning and vision, you cannot achieve great heights. Most of the time, whenever I take a motivational seminar, I say that success is never by chance. Success is always achieved by plan. You have to have a plan for success. And it is not the study of your reading 10 hours a day, but it is reading smart studies for 5 hours, which my experts in the panel will say in due course of time. We have got vast set of experience of prelims cutoff, I have said. Now it's similar way, once you pass prelims, you get a chance to write down mains. Nothing, not that if you have passed prelims, then you have become an IAS officer. Prelims is just your stepping stone into the real exam. Real exam is mains. Mains examination is of 1750 marks, where there are 7 papers which are for which you are being evaluated. What are these 7 papers for which you are being evaluated? First paper I say is essay, which is 250 marks. Then general studies, 250 marks each, 4 papers. 4 papers of general studies, 250 into 4, 1000. Essay 250, that means 1250. And 1 optional. Optional plays a very crucial role in determining your rank. That is why many other times I said, my anchor also said, that in every year, in the last 20 years, we are having students in the top 100, 5 to 10% student. 5 means 5 percentage. Whenever I say in 100, that means either from 5 to 10 students every year. From our result you will go. They are physics and chemistry optional students basically, whom we have been coaching. Science optionals have been very scoring. Many of the times rumors have been created against them, although they are difficult subjects. But if you prepare them well, they are very marks fetching. Scoring 300 plus marks in any one of the science optionals is not difficult. But this year, DAS in particular is going, apart from focus on our science optionals, we are starting 3 new humanities optionals also. They are history, sociology has already been going on under professors' classes. Aditya Mongra sir, Aditya Mongra has always been part of DAS team. So now that is coming under the DAS brand, sociology optional, history optional, and we will go for political science optional also. So 3 humanities optionals DAS is going to introduce this year, apart from full-fledged general studies program, which is best in the country. And we will guarantee you that if you join our program under our mentorship, we will help you in achieving your targets, your dream career of civil services. In mains, total is, so optional is 500 marks, essay was 250, GS 4 papers was 1000, optional was 500. In right now, because time is running short, I am not focusing on how to choose optionals and other kind of talks which we will be taking in due course of time. Our mentors are very experienced persons. They will keep on guiding you about all those things, what optionals you should choose. In nutshell, optional should be the subject which you have studied or the subject which you like most. Other than that, I am not going to say anything. If you are coming from science and engineering background, you can think in terms of opting for the science subjects, but not necessary that you should opt for the science subjects. If you are feeling that you are confident, you can displace persons of your background, then only you should think of opting the science optionals. You can go for humanities subject, but if you are coming from humanities background or commerce background, definitely you cannot think of opting for the science subject. Science students have got a choice to choose from different subjects, but arts and commerce background students do not have that choice. So that choice you can exercise. Then in the mains, prelims cutoff is clear. If you are scoring 100 plus, then you are safe in prelims. Similarly, in the mains, cutoff has been for general category in CSE 2019. General category out of 1750, cutoff has been 751. You have to remember this data. 751 has been the required marks. This has been the marks of the person who has been got the last person in the list who has got a call to face the personality test. So that is called cutoff. Cutoff was 751 for general, for OBC it was 718, for SC it was 706, and for ST it is 699. So here also, if you get 751 marks, if you are getting 751 marks, no way it guarantees that you are going to qualify into the exam. Safe score must be 850. I say, if you, and whosoever wants to take the exam, whosoever wants to make a career in civil services, everybody wants to get into IAS. So planning must be for what is the safe score for IAS. For IAS, I say, if you are scoring something between 800 to 850, under any circumstance, 850 is the safe score. If you are scoring 850, your design and plan and vision must be how to score 850 marks. 750 if you are going to score, you may get a call, but maybe may not be selected, or even if you are selected, you will be the last person in the selected list. So mains cutoff, I talked about 19, and exactly similar was in 2018 also. There is not much difference. 2018 it was little higher. 774 was the cutoff for general, 732 for OBC, 719 for SC, 719 for ST. That was 2018 cutoff. So whenever you are going to take and these are the latest data, because 2020 data is not yet out, 2021 exam even first stage has not been conducted. So this is the latest information for you which I have collected for your sake. So this is strategy, this winning equation. जब क्रिकेट का गेम खेलते हैं ना, तो जब बॉल फेंकनी होती है तो आखिरी में इक्वेशन देखते हैं, समीकरण लिख के आता है कितना समीकरण चाहिए. तो समीकरण आपके सामने क्लियर होना चाहिए कि प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई करने के लिए आपको 105 का स्कोर चाहिए. एक क्वेश्चन 2 मार्क का होता है, 100 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. How many questions you need to do? And definitely you have to skip certain questions also which you do not know. You must know what you do not know. And similarly for the mains, if you are going to score about 850 marks out of 1750, I am sure you can make to the IAS. That means your rank can be within 100. I will share the final cutoff also, last rank of general category in 2019 with personality test. Personality test is also up 275 marks. 1750 plus 275, that is 2025. Out of 2025, general category cutoff last rank was 961. So you can make what marks you should require minimum in personality test. And try to see only one thing in nutshell. I will tell you that most of the people who are selected in IAS and IPS, they score 160 plus marks on an average in personality test. And most of the candidates, successful which I say, they score 180 plus. So interview plays, personality test plays a great role in bagging top ranks. Good. So this is the equation which you require. Now let me focus, because today's seminar is on general studies. General studies in civil service examination has got 5 important components as I enunciated. First is history, second is geography, third is your polity, then your economics and general science. We have got the almost all big mentors in our team. I welcome very recently our dear friend and renowned, having more than 25 years of experience, Rajesh Suryavanshi ji has joined recently. So I will welcome Suryavanshi ji also. Suryavanshi ji, although he had been guiding students for history optional, he is very renowned and he is such a smart person wearing tie and goggles. He is MSc in botany, and very few people know that he had been a good coach for general science, life sciences portion. So when he came to me, he told, sir, you are making a good team. मैंने कहा, you are the part of my family. How I can ignore you? But we will require your help in the portions of general science also. And he readily considered. I thank to him. And I will request him today for 5 minutes. He speaks on whatever topic he likes most. We are privileged to welcome this eminent panelist from the civil services coaching industry. Most of the time I call it civil services coaching industry. पिछले कोरोना के टाइम में 2 लोग सुपरस्टारडम को प्राप्त किए हैं. इसमें मतलब उनकी फैन फॉलोइंग मिलियंस में हो गई है. तो उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा प्रसिद्ध मेरे भाई ये मेरे क्षेत्र के ही भी हैं, आदरणीय ओझा जी हैं. तो मैं ओझा जी से बहुत, जब पहली बार मुलाकात हुई तो मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता हुई कि एकदम मतलब जो सिविल सर्विसेज के टीचर हैं उनको इन्होंने एक स्टारडम दिलाया है. तो हम सिविल सर्विसेज कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री की तरफ से भी आपका वो करते हैं. So I will not take much time. I will request our executive director Rajiv Barua ji to give the bouquet to our remaining. In fact, this exercise would have been completed in the beginning. Praveen Kumar ji, geography faculty, already I have introduced. Mohit ji, M.K. Mohit ji, और Dr. S.K. Jha ji. Now I will request, ऐसा है कि मंच तो आज का मंच किसके नाम लिखा हुआ है? मंच तो आज का ओझा सर के नाम है. 1 घंटे का ओझा सर की एक मतलब वो तो मैं उनको रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर नहीं सकता, क्योंकि ज्ञानी पुरुष को रेस्ट्रिक्ट करना शोभायमान नहीं होता है, माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी जिनकी लिमिट है। मैं ओझा जी से 10-15 मिनट की इजाज़त लेता हूँ और मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा आदरणीय सूर्यवंशी जी से वो 5 मिनट अपना मतलब जो अपना एरिया है, अपना जो क्षेत्र है उसके बारे में 5 मिनट्स ही टेक्स, एंड देन धीरे धीरे फिर आदरणीय एस के झा जी, प्रवीण जी और फिर मोहित जी, और फिर ये मंच आदरणीय ओझा जी के पास है।
Good morning to all, respected eminent faculties, my senior colleagues, dear friends, and most welcome to civil services aspirants. I have 25 years experience in this domain, and on the behalf of this experience, I would like to share my experience for your preparation. If you want to start your preparation, you have to know 2 more things. Number 1, who are civil servants, what are their jobs, and who are the civil servants and what are the jobs of civil services first, and what are the needs of UPSC first. Then you will plan your examination preparation and decide how to crack this kind of examination. These 2 things are very important. If you start with this basic things, you will never fail. So there are so many experienced faculties here. Myself, R.K. Suryavanshi, I am the core faculty of history optional and GS, along with science and technology. So it's my pleasure to join Bajpayee sir and Rajiv Barua ji. So very, very thanks. Today I don't take much more time because this session is especially for Awadh Kumar Ojha ji. But I would like to share some tips for science and technology, especially life science. Life science is very more important portion in your civil services examination, for prelim examination and main also. So you have to plan your lecture plan along with DIS, and I will support you and I will guide you in these subjects. So today for this session, I would like to conclude my session, and I want to share this platform to Mr. Bajpayee sir. Thank you very much.
A very good morning and warm welcome to all those present here, eminent faculty members, mentors, and dear students. I'm here on behalf of a DIAS, a renowned institute, particularly in the optional science subjects, but the kind of team that has been built up here, the kind of mentors that they have, I'm sure it's going a big name to be reckoned with in the field of general studies as well. You have to take, if you're appearing for civil services examination, the first important thing that you have to take it as a mission, you have to take it as a religion. The way you worship your God, the same way you have to treat this mission. You treat this mission as your religion. When you treat it as a religion, this means you will be able to more concentrate on, for example, every day when we go out, we tell our God that we are going out, God, please keep us safe. Similarly, whatever you want to achieve in life, nothing can be done unless and until you take it as a religion. So first important thing is that you have to take it as a religion. The second important point is when you take it as a religion, I would advise everybody, which I do it most of the time, is if you have taken it as a mission, wherever you sleep at night, in the night, just in front of that, take a piece of paper and write it with your hand that you are going to qualify this examination in the year 2022 or in the year 2021 or in the year 2023. Why? Because every day when you get up in the morning, you will have your goal in front of you. That is the most important thing. And when you see it every day in the morning, it will keep on haunting you. It will not, this is going to help you, and you will never get distracted from your goal. The second important thing. Third important thing when we are preparing for this civil services examination that you need to keep in mind is an integrated approach. There is nothing like paper 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is all integrated. Do not differentiate, do not demarcate between paper 1 and paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. Do not. Have an integrated study approach. Another important thing that you have to learn in this process is you need to learn to connect. You need to learn to connect the static portion with the dynamic portion. Most of the questions that you will be getting in this examination will be from the dynamic portion, the contemporary events. For example, if you talk about the judiciary, now you have studied the power of the judiciary, but unless and until you are well aware about the recent decisions given by the Supreme Court, you will not be able to score a good marks. You have studied international relationship between India and Pakistan, India and Afghanistan. You have studied the static portion. But what are the current problems? For example, in Afghanistan, what steps India should be taking in order to save and safeguard its interest in Afghanistan? And for that, what is required is you need to go through thoroughly with the everyday newspaper articles that you are reading, and need to connect. Keep in mind your syllabus, and you need to learn how to connect your syllabus, because syllabus is the Bible, the first Bible. And second Bible is the contemporary events that is taking place every day. So you need to connect what you have studied in the syllabus, and you need to connect it with whatever is happening in the country. That's very important. Another important point that we need to understand when you prepare for the civil services examination is your optional plays a very crucial role. Whether you qualify or you do not qualify, to a great extent it depends on your optional paper. So how to select the optional? The only thing is that you go through the entire syllabus of general studies paper, for the mains examination, and whatever area suits you, whatever area in which you are more interested. For example, polity, you are more interested, go for polity. If you find history to be very interesting, go for history. If you find science and tech to be very interesting, and if you are a science student, you can opt out of that. If you feel that geography you are more well conversed with, go for geography. So depending on the wider areas that you have in the general study, select either of the option out of that. Because all the areas is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And what is going to happen is any area, any of your weak spots in the GS could well be compensated with your preparation for your optional paper. If you are able to score good marks in the optional, you can compensate whatever are your weak points and weak spots in your general study paper. This is what is required. And about the DIAS, I can tell you that we have developed a formula for success. See, nobody can succeed unless and until you have a formula for succeeding in this examination. Because success is more about the formula and application of that formula. So I can tell you the kind of team that have been developed here, we have developed a formula for your success. And if you act the way we tell you to do, I'm sure nobody can stop you from succeeding. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you all distinguished faculties on the dais. Myself is Praveen Kumar, and I'll give you a small brief introduction of mine. I have been associated with the university also as an assistant professor in geography. So as of my experience of teaching is more than 17 years, and for 5 to 7 years I have taught in Delhi University. So I'll associate my discussion with that also, because the students, some of you might be studying in the universities and some have passed out from there. So what I have found in my all the teaching experience more than 1 decade, the students have more curiosity when they are already studying in the colleges, right? So, but when they come out from the college, they start searching to so many institutions for the better guidance. Okay. When I was there in the university also, I was guiding some of the students, and some have the job, and they have the selection in the civil services. So what I have found there in the long experience of teaching and the mentoring the students, they do not find the right direction, and they do not find the right mentor, and they get distracted, they spoil all the 4.5 years, 5 years in the process of preparation only, right? So that I just want to convince you, I want to ensure you that we the team over here, the long experienced faculties, and you have reached to the right platform and the right place in terms of the directions or in terms of the guide, right? So the plan over here is since first day we want to mentor you, we want to nurture you as the demand of the UPSC, right? Because if we see the pattern of examination or the framework of the questions what they are setting in the exam, prelims, mains or the interviews, so they demand certain type of the qualities, certain type of the approach from the student, right? Because you are going to deal some of the, in the civil services means you are going to deal with the common people. So if as they have changed the syllabus, they have also included the aptitude, right? They have introduced the ethics paper. So they want you should have some of the ethical personalities, or you should have the different personality than the common man, because you are going to deal with the people, those who are living in the common society, right? So your personality also should develop in that way, right? So since the beginning or since the first day, your training will be started over here in the 3 ways. From the first day will be your writing practice, right? Suppose when you will be coming for the classes, so we can give you some of the surprise test, the portion which we have finished in the previous class, that you should be prepared about the previous class also, right? And whether you have understood the concept or not, right? The idea behind this is that, right? So that you should have the practice of writing every day at least one question, 20 words question, 30 words question. That's also the mode of preparation of writing the answer. Some of the time we will be giving you only 5 questions prelims test or MCQ test. There will be only 5 questions, right? 1 question for the mains or the subjective writing, right? So that way the preparation will be there from the very first day, right? And then question answer session will be continuously going on, right? So idea behind this is that once your hesitation is removed of speaking in the public, so you will be very much comfortable of speaking in the interviews. That is most required, because there will be more intelligent people, professors, experts will be there in the interview panel, 7-8 people will be there, right? So that is to remove your hesitation, how to express your views before them, right? So that idea behind this is we will ask you the cross questioning, right? And we will keep this process going on while the classes are in the progress. So you should reply in the 50 students or among the 50 students, right? So definitely we will not punish you if you give the wrong answer. We will definitely correct it, right? No punishment provision is there for the student. Only the correction mode is there, right? So that your hesitation should be removed, and by this process you will be trained or automatically will be trained for the interviews. Your hesitation will be removed by the process of the time, right? So this is our plan of all the teacher in the team, all the faculties in the team, right? So this is my opinion and my expression from the platform of the dais, and collectively we wish you all, and we want to see you at the civil services list, and we want to see you once there in the somewhere there in the north block and some of the government offices as a IAS officer. Thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Respected Bajpayee sir and respected S.K. Jha sir, respected Sujvanshi sir and Praveen sir and my superstar, really मेरे लाइफ का भी सुपरस्टार है अवध ओझा सर. So really you have Abhas Vaidyanathan sir, definitely my senior Abhas Vaidyanathan sir is also available here. Yes. So, definitely you have a great opportunity that you have got a team of a stalwart, we can say, good team of a very, I can't express, I can't believe that you got this type of efficient team with eminent faculties, and it's my pleasure that I'm the part of this team, really. Actually, everyone having their unique characteristics or unique style. Really, I'm fan of Ojha sir, having so much realistic approach. Really, अगर मैं कहूँ तो प्रेमचंद के बाद, मैंने सर से कहा था कि प्रेमचंद के बाद अगर मैं किसी को इतना रियलिस्टिक यूटिलिटेरियन कंटेंट्स बोलते हुए मैंने पहली बार सुना, या मैं सुनता रहता हूँ. सो रियली आपको वो मिला, यहाँ पर मिल रहा है. एंड मेरे बारे में जो कहते हैं कि आई एम डिलीवरिंग डांस और singing in the class, definitely I'm not performing in the class. Actually, my individual nature is involvement in the events, in the character, and that's why I'm doing so. Actually, जब मैं डांस के बारे में बताता हूँ तो जो भी जेस्चर है वो मैं डिलीवर करता हूँ. अब इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टू डांस और परफॉर्म विथ so much मेरे से with belly. अब मेरा जो है ये तो डेफिनेटली आई विल शो यू एवरी टाइप ऑफ जेस्चर लाइक तिरभंगम और नागभट्टम मुद्रा, जो भी है वो भी सब भी. तो एक्चुअली मैं कैरेक्टर में एंटर कर जाता हूँ. अब जैसे लगता है कि अगर कोई इंट्रूडर्स आया, एलियन आया, होना आए, तो वो कैसे बोलते हैं कि मेरे माइंड में ये आ जाता है कि कैसे बोलते हैं कि निम्दा दो दस्ट्रेलमी मोइनू जुकू लोहा क्यू, तो ये मेरे दिमाग में आता है तो मैं वही शो करता हूँ. एक्चुअली आई बिलीव इन दिस थॉट दैट एक्चुअली डिग्निटी और ग्रेविटी कैन बी क्रिएटेड बाय कंटेंट्स, नॉट बाय कॉम्प्लेक्स. सो आई डोंट हैव एनी कॉम्प्लेक्स इन द क्लास एंड आई एम डिलीवरिंग एक्चुअली वेरी नेचुरली. It's my habit, it's my individual, actually, characteristic. It really. So definitely, and अवध ओझा सर, एक्चुअली कुछ जो फैकल्टीज़ होते हैं शायद एक क्वेश्चन पढ़ाएं तो आप एक भी न लिख पाएँ. मेरा कोशिश रहता है कि मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपको पढ़ाऊं तो आप 10 क्वेश्चंस लिखने के मतलब कैपेबल हो जाओ. लेकिन ओझा सर का मैंने देखा है कि अगर आप एक क्वेश्चन इनका सुनोगे या एक टॉपिक सुनोगे तो यू कैन राइट एवरी क्वेश्चन ऑफ एवरी सब्जेक्ट्स. सर का इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग अप्रोच रहता है कि यू कैन राइट, कोई भी सब्जेक्ट में आप उसको अप्लाई कर सकते हो. तो डेफिनेटली इट्स माय प्लेजर दैट आई एम द पार्ट ऑफ दिस टीम. एंड ये डायस कोई नया तो है नहीं. डायस इज़ अ वेरी ओल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म, अ वेरी फेमस फॉर साइंस ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट. एंड अब जो हम लोगों ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया है यहाँ पे जनरल स्टडी, एक्सक्लूसिव जनरल स्टडी एंड अदर, जैसा कि सर एस के झा सर ने भी बताया कि अदर ह्यूमैनिटी सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक पॉलिटिकल साइंस एंड हिस्ट्री एंड ज्योग्राफी. एंड वन मोर थिंग, के सिद्धार्था सर के मेंटरिंग में अगर ज्योग्राफी होगा तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. हम अपने समय में भी, जब हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ में भी थे, ज्योग्राफी मीन्स के सिद्धार्था सर, के सिद्धार्था मीन्स ज्योग्राफी. सो डेफिनेटली यू आर गेटिंग अ वेरी golden opportunity. Really, it's a golden opportunity for all of you. God bless you. Take care.
मैं बुलाता हूँ सर दोनों लोग. गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स. and all respected eminent faculties of India, Raghuvanshi sir and Jha sir, Vajpayee sir, Praveen sir, Mohit sir. So, if you have listened this lecture for past half an hour, I hope you have got all the major answers of your curiosity. For example, Vajpayee sir started the session, and if you have noted down the first structure, what he told you, that is the beginning of the story. I don't know whether you noted down or not, but he told you the first step, ki brother and sisters, you should know the benchmark in the beginning. What is the benchmark of prelims? 100 marks, 100. What is the benchmarks of mains? 800 to 850. This was the first point which you should have noted down from him. You should write on your board or the wall where you are sitting and studying, you should write the first point by Vajpayee sir. This is the beginning of the story. Jha sir came and he gave you the biggest mantra of this examination. Biggest mantra. All of them were appreciating me. Jha sir did not knew me. Mohit sir have appreciated me a lot. But his first mantra was given by Vajpayee sir. You should immediately write down the 5 cardinal principles of Buddha. And today you got it. The first principle was given by Vajpayee sir. The 4 Arya Satyas, and you got the first Arya Satya from Vajpayee sir. Sir, gentlemen, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening it properly, write it down. You should know the marks, standard. 100 marks in prelims, 105. You have just crossed the line. Second, 815 mains, you are appearing for interview. So first Arya Satya. Second Arya Satya, which Jha sir said, dynamism and static portions connectivity. Sir, it is the ultimate formula to become an IAS officer, sir. I was listening them very cautiously. I don't know whether you were listening or not, but the way he has given you the second Arya Satya. This is the second Arya Satya, sir. If you develop a command on newspaper with the formula he told you about IR and judiciary, he said ki, you know judiciary very well, very good. But if you don't know the current judgments of Supreme Court with the perspective of the background, sir, you will not be able to qualify. The entire approach has changed. Entire approach. Raghuvanshi sir came. That was a very big surprise because I did not knew that he is from science background. And I consider him the superstar of history in India. We both play in the same team. And by God's grace, whenever he puts his photograph on Facebook, I immediately write superstar. Reason is, see, competition is never among players. Never. Because Lara cannot play like Tendulkar. Tendulkar cannot play like Ganguly. Ganguly cannot play like Kohli. Every player is a unique in his own style. If you compare a teacher, you commit a blunder. There is no comparison, sir. There is no comparison. If you see the team of Australia under Steve Waugh, all were unique. Ricky Ponting, Andrew Simon, Michael Bevan, all. And they all had their own style. And they won 4 World Cups. Consecutively, including Ricky Ponting as a captain. He came here and he is a big example for you. The person who is from science background, MSc, is teaching history with elegance. I thought he must be PhD in history and all. The way he teaches history, I thought he should have done PhD and he must be a very good scholar from JNU and all in humanities background. But this was a surprise for me. So this has elevated his status much high in front of me, and now I will write Star of the Millennium on Facebook. Very good, Raghuvanshi. Praveen sir came, and Praveen sir told you, see, direction, the word he used. These are the Arya Satyas which you should have noted down. Session is over, sir. I don't know what you took from these people, but he said direction. You see Mahabharat war. UPSC is like, CSE is like the army of Duryodhan in front of you. Bhisham Pitama is standing, Dronacharya is standing, Karna is standing, they are all standing in front of you, and you are like Arjun. You will turn towards coaching. What is a coaching? School is to study with discipline. School teaches you how to study and discipline. Diary is the fundamental thing of school. You forgot certain things of school. If you would have remembered two things from school, if you have learned two things, first thing homework and second thing diary. Diary is a symbol of aristocracy, sir. Tomorrow as an IAS officer, you will have a clerk with you to keep a diary. Because your planning is very important. Jha sir said, I think Jha sir only said, you write every day that I am going to be an IAS in the night and then you see it tomorrow. Sir, it's called as Vipassana, sir. Saving anything in subconscious mind. If you do this for 6 months, sir, you will see miraculous results. So he said direction. It's a very big word, sir. It's not a small word. He said, you come here he's taking the classes in universities also. So he said, I see people coming here and then they get lost in their academic life and all. And they miss direction and they spend 5-6 years in preparation. That was a very big point, sir. It's true, sir. It's very true, sir. Arjun would not have been able to eliminate Bhishma Pitama without direction. Direction is very important, sir. If you leave Arjun in the battle of Mahabharata, so when the wheel of Karna's chariot goes into the ground, he would have never attacked like Prithviraj Chauhan. The same blunder was done by Prithviraj Chauhan in the battle of Tarain. Muhammad Gauri is without weapon and they are Kshatriyas and it does not suit us to kill a person without weapon. There was no Krishna with Prithviraj Chauhan. Otherwise there would have been no Turkish rule in India. This is the good luck of Arjun, that he is having direction. So this was said by Praveen sir, the fourth Arya Satya. Mohit sir comes. Mohit sir is a grand man. Like generally what people do, big people, what they do? They appreciate others. You will never hear Sachin Tendulkar talking about himself. He will always appreciate, see, Dada was a good player and Lara was a good player. I am very fan of Brian Lara and this and that. This is the quality of great people. So you have to appreciate every good thing in every person. This was the fifth thing what Mahavira added in the Jaina philosophy, Brahmacharya. This is what the fifth thing what he did. So finally he comes and then he appreciates everyone and he talks about himself, ki I do perform and all. Sir, that is also a very important part of teaching. Everyone cannot do it, sir. It's not possible. To perform in the class while teaching, it's impossible, sir. So in this past 1 hour, 45 minutes, all basic things were given to you. Now before I start telling you about certain new things about civil services, I want to invite Abhas sir. He is our economy faculty here and a very renowned faculty of economy. Abhas sir, please come and have a token of gratitude from Raju Barwa sir. So, sir, please. Now our next faculty is Mr. Ranganath Shukla. He is an IITian from Roorkee and looks like a... And he's a history teacher, Mr. Ranganath Shukla. So he will be also taking some classes with us here. So these were the 5 things which you learnt in the past 45 minutes class. And they are the 5 basic mantras of this examination. I was telling you about coaching, the importance of coaching. You studied in the school, you enhanced yourself in the college and university. Then why coaching? Direction. 2, direction. What do you mean by this word direction? Now you're studying history. In history, people blame that there are so many dates, there are so many years, and you have to mug up all these things, etc., etc. No, sir. In your personal life, you don't remember all the dates and years. You remember the date when you were born, then marriage date, that you will remember throughout your life, that you cannot forget. Then if you got first rank in IAS, that you will remember. Similarly, the dates and years which have an impact on national or international history, they are important, sir. 1929, America crashes, economic depression in the world. When America comes into darkness, all those countries who were getting help from America, they came into darkness. Germany comes into darkness. Italy comes into darkness. All those countries. Now capitalists come into darkness and communists are shining under Stalin. This is the scenario which you can visualize from that year. 1929, the most important year in the world history. It's not that a person of history has to remember. Even you, irrespective of your stream, you have to remember, sir. And the picture which you have to visualize is, here on one side of the world, it's complete darkness, capitalist world. On the other side, the shining has started. Stalin starts with his program of industrialization, collectivization, etc., etc. And this becomes the inspiration for the suffering people in the entire world. They have seen the victory of communism in 1917 and now they are seeing the success of socialism in 1929. So now these suffering countries who are suffering from imperialism and capitalism, they must be turning towards communism. And this will become the fear for capitalists. This is going to become the fear for capitalists. So capitalists will immediately stand behind all those people who want to control socialism and communism. And then you will see the rise of Hitler and Mussolini and all those people and the ground being prepared for the Second World War. It's a learning, sir. Learning has no age. Studying has an age. Learning. You will come to the coaching to learn. Learn the art of prelims. 105 question out of 100. 105 marks out of 200. 60 questions out of 100. Which 60 question? Akbar's mother name is important, sir. He's a great emperor, sir. He understands the unity in diversity in 16th century. Today people are not understanding. Today, you see the condition of India today? Today people are not understanding. Today, when approximately 80% people are literate in this country, then they don't understand the meaning of unity in diversity. What is the meaning of this? It's a basic principle of India, Hindustan, Bharat. He understood in 16th century. So you have to know the name of that person. He's a great for a reason. 1398 Taimur comes. Complete washout of central authority in India. There is no one in central North India. 1398 to 1556, 158 years. Complete unrest. Economic unrest, political unrest, social unrest. In that complete unrest, the person comes on the throne at the age of 16, hardly. And then he handles all the challenges one by one. The economic challenge, Aine Dashala, infrastructure, currency system. Regional revolts, a very important phenomena before Akbar. Whenever center used to become weak, Bengal revolt. Bengal declared independence. Gujarat declared independence. Deccan declared independence. But after Akbar, you will not find it. So what miracle he did to bind this country? Mansabdari system. Zamindari unrest, Jagirdari system. Diversity, Tawheed-e-Ilahi. For every challenge, he has a solution. He becomes great. 1556 to 1605. You have to know every important aspect about him. But Jahandar Shah, who is this Jahandar Shah? He has no importance in history. But you have to know the name of that person. He is a later Mughal who is responsible for the end of Mughal Empire. This is called as law of relevancy. This is the first thing you have to learn here in this institute. You will not come to study here, sir. Your study is over. Your study is over, sir. Studies are over. You will come here to learn. Law of relevancy. So me, Raghuvanshi sir, Mr. Shukla, they will be taking history here, Mohit sir. We all will divide the portion among us and we all will be taking this portion here in Dayas. Jha sir will be taking political science, polity and IR. Praveen sir is taking geography. Mohit sir is the team member. Abbas sir will be taking economy and all. So this they will teach you here. This they will make you learn. You must be thinking what these people will tell. We have already studied economy and geography. No, sir. Dronacharya was a professor, sir. He was not a coach. That does not mean that professors cannot become coach. They can also become coach. They can also. It's not any hard fast rule. This is the first thing, law of relevancy. Second thing what you will learn, priorities. Praveen sir said planning. I hope he only said planning is very important. Priority plus planning. P is equal to P plus P. Preparation is equal to priority plus planning. Priority is very important. 1850s, Bismarck becomes the Chancellor of Prussia. He has a dream of unifying Germany. He knows that unification of Germany, the destiny of unification is war with Austria. He knows he has to fight with Austria. So when you have to fight with Austria, you have to prepare. What will be the first preparation? Economic empowerment. So Bismarck's first step is economic empowerment. Second step is military empowerment. Third step is unsolved and solved. When you come to Delhi, the first thing you should buy is unsolved and solved. He combines himself with Austrian army and both of them attacked Denmark. In future he has to fight with Austria. So he combines with Austrian army and he fights with Denmark. And he understands the strategy and strength of Austrian army. This is called as priorities. For all those people for whom everything is important at one time, they suffer in this world. There is nothing called failure in this world. Suffering. No one fails, sir. Suffering. Then when you will start, and this preparation, the main dimension of this preparation is mains. That is why this examination is also called as Chakravyuh. Prelims is the first part, but the preparation does not start from there. The preparation starts from mains. What is mains? Concept cum fact. It's not a factual examination, prelims. Prelims is a practicer. If you have a command on mains, prelims is in your hand. In your hand. I'm not saying you have qualified. If you have a command on mains, prelims is in your hand. To guarantee your selection in prelims, you have to practice. Time management. Practice means time management plus the common sense based questions. Tricky questions. And in mains you will find certain words. Elucidate. Examine. Discuss. And every word has a different references. So we'll start from mains here in this institute, dais. Our first approach will be mains. Then we will come to the prelims practice. And in those two preparations, personality development will go on. As Praveen sir said, we will not punish you here. Definitely not. There is no provision of punishment for elder people. बड़े लोगों को you cannot punish. It's a saying also कि when the sleeper of a son comes into the feet of a father, so it's like a friendly relation. So we will have a cordial atmosphere. We will be a friend. You don't worry. We'll ask those people to speak who will never speak in the class. And the most important point of this institute, कि our Northeast brothers and sisters, when they come here, they feel isolated here. What Raju Barwa sir is concerned about, his main concern is that when our Northeast brothers and sisters, and we are proud of Meera Janubhai. All Indians are proud of her. I wrote a post on Facebook. Everyone should take the oath that there will be no discrimination with the people of Northeast. I tweeted it. So the most important agenda apart from all this coaching and all, these stars will tell you everything, sir. They did not get the efficient time. 5 minutes was there with everyone. And 5 minutes a teacher takes to gain momentum. A teacher needs 5 minutes to gain momentum. 5 to 10. Then he becomes non-stop. So when you, in these 5 minutes they told you everything. You just imagine in 2 hours what they will do. So we are 9 jewels of Vajpayee sir. So Akbar has no ratnas na. So Vajpayee sir is having no ratnas. And everyone will deal with this specific topic. Plus the most important point that I have seen, I have been teaching in all the big institutes of India. So I have seen that Northeast students, they generally don't interact with us. We will force you here. We will not allow you to go until and unless you ask a question. Interaction is very important, sir. Interaction with the teacher, discussion with the teacher. So the major objective of this program is to create a very cordial atmosphere for the people of Northeast, so that they can find a very good place among us. So this will be the whole approach of discussing everything here in this institute. Almost everything has been discussed, almost everything has been said. But then also I will request Vajpayee sir that at least a teacher should get 1 or 2 hours specifically to talk about the subject. So when I will start these classes of history, then I will discuss the entire history portion, its importance, its relevancy. So the portion which I will get, I will discuss. Then Sir Raghuvanshi sir will discuss, Mohit sir, and Mr. Shukla, we will discuss our respective portion. We will tell you the approach of prelims, the approach of mains, the approach of interview, and all those things. So we hope, all of us hope that, see, speaking much is not important, but speaking substantial thing is very important. So I hope in these 2 hours, we started from 10:30, it's around 12. So in these 2 hours, it's around 12. So it's 1.5 hours. I hope today's outer structure you got from us. What is our plan, what is our approach, what we are going to do. And then one by one we will start the session. As Vajpayee sir said, possibly 12th. Or if the lockdown does not opens, then 16th. But very soon we are going to start the course. So we'll tell you on 12th, we'll tell you the entire program, the entire schedule, how it will start, who will be the first player, etc., etc. And then we'll meet in the class. Thank you.
I invite, in fact, the show was for Abad Oja sir, but Abbas Vaidyanathan sir joined a little late, so I will be requesting now Abbas Vaidyanathan to speak. He is our eminent faculty for economics.
Respected Vajpayee sir and my colleagues, I start my introduction. I start this session with the fact that I am the first, in fact I am the oldest and founder member of GS team of DAS. So I take this pleasure. I have seen this team growing. I have seen the struggles from some small coaching to this place in Rajendra Nagar. I have seen him developing. I have seen him depressed at times. I have seen him in happy moods. I have seen him getting angry. I have seen him in all moods. And I have never seen him so happy as he is today. And I am delighted to have a group of teachers here supporting you. I teach economics, and I have my own way of teaching economics. Economics is basically, you start from NCERT and go up to economic survey, because economic survey deals with the current issues. And This things, NCERT gives you the basics of economics, You will not be able to appreciate economic survey if you do not understand NCERT. Let me tell you, NCERT, the first thing, this is neglected, this is said, let's say I'll tell you the questions. Let me come to the point, I'll tell you the questions. There was one question last year, 2019, what is the growth potential? How India can achieve growth potential? How India can increase? How India can increase? Now understand the meaning of growth potential. The definition of growth potential is given in the chapter 1 of microeconomics of class 11th. The definition of growth potential. How will you write a good definition of growth potential if you have not read NCERT? A person goes to the bank and withdraws money of 1 lakh rupees. What is the impact on the money supply? How will you answer these questions? This is also given in NCERT, and this question was asked, right? And listen, what is the growth potential? This is the one question. And what is the next question? How India can increase? Now there was a survey. The survey was about wealth. The main theme of the survey was wealth creation. And wealth they have defined in terms of GDP. And in survey economics, say India can increase its wealth by following reforms. Reforms in agriculture sector, reforms in banking sector. So this is the answer the UPSC is looking for. There are 5 to 6 points that is written in the survey. You have read it. This is the introduction part of the first chapter of the economic survey, plus your supplementary knowledge from the NCERT, and you write a good answer on economics. Economics is very important. It is important everywhere. It is important in preliminary examinations. It is important in mains examinations. It is important in interview. And after all, it will be very important once you become officer, because if you do not understand economics, probably you will not be able to control, you will not be a good officer. You will not be a good officer. Understand, economics is important. And as you read economics, as you read polity, as you read geography, as you read science, and then you have an integrated approach to writing. You become a good answer writer. You become good at interview. So this is what my preference is. I would make economics very interesting for you. Believe it, I make it very simple. I start with the topic, what is economics, and then I move on, I teach everything, and then I will take you to the economic survey. And within around 30 to 40 hours, you can debate on any issues with anybody in this country. You have to be flexible, you have to understand your views, you have to understand opposition view. For example, the farmers' reforms, farmers' protest which is going on. This is a part of the reforms going on, and reforms has started in 1991, even earlier. And industrial reform, banking reforms, and agriculture sector reform was due. It was due even the other opposition party. But then what is we have to understand the views of the farmers. How can you not take their view when you are going for agriculture reforms? For example, Punjab has been supporting us. Punjab has been doing it. It has fed us when we were starving. So we have to see their point. So when I teach you, a lot of things would come together, and we would make it would be a very interesting class. I promise you, economics will not be a difficult. It will be very easy. We have a team here, and I have another teacher to support me here also. So we can divide the classes, and we can do a good job here. The next is point that I told about the emotional quotient here. Be very particular when you see there is no point. Make up your mental attitude towards the examination is very important, because most of the students are worried, if I do not qualify, what happens to me if I do not? And this question is very natural to you at this stage. You are worried about your career. You ask for this, you ask answers for these questions, for this dilemma that you have. You try to find out the solutions. Sir, yadi nahi hoga to hum kya karenge? This is all the attitudinal problems. See, I have also experience of teaching economics at different level, management, engineering economics, actuarial economics. And I've seen students who are excellent writing, can score very good marks. And I said, why don't you go for UPSC? Sir, I'm very uncertain, I won't go. At the same time, I see in the classroom a student who cannot write, cannot express, but he's taking UPSC admission. This is attitudinal problem. If you think you can qualify, you're right. If you think you cannot qualify, you're still right. You are right in the both ways. So your attitudes towards life is important. Please get your attitudes right. Take this examination as if you have fallen, as if it is your religion, or if you have fallen in affair, like you're fallen in love with some girl, and you're all the time thinking about her. Similarly, all the time you keep thinking about UPSC. That's what it gets into your subconscious mind, and you're tuned, you program, you plan, and ultimately you success. Because success is important in today's life. If you're not successful, life would not be very comfortable later on. It would be slightly painful, and your pain would be our pain. It pinches us when you come to us with a result where you have not qualified, but it gives us happiness when you say that, sir, you have qualified, and of course, in your happiness lies my happiness. Please come to the dais. Believe me, we are very genuine player. We are here for a long run. We are here for your interest. We have a team of dedicated persons. We have a team of very experienced person, and we would definitely take you to the peak mountain.
Thank you, Avas ji, for such a nice words. I have had an opportunity to introduce our mentors and entire general studies team. As I mentioned in the beginning, civil services examination has got 5 disciplines. History, with us, we had a privilege, and you had a privilege of listening to Ojha sir, Suryavanshi sir, Mohit sir, and Shukla sir. We have got four good faculty, mix of experience and wisdom and young and dynamic outlook. In geography also, we had the mentorship. At the end of this today's session, Mr. K. Siddharth has not been able to physically come, but he has recorded today's message, which will be played to you. But definitely geography is run under the Siddharth sir's mentorship, where young faculty like Mr. Praveen Kumar, you've already heard. In every UPSC's aspect, whatever UPSC is trying to test, we have got a galaxy of stars. I had a privilege to welcome and assemble these people. We have been talking for many years. In fact, for many of you, I have had a long association, about 15 to 20 years. And I am very honored that all of you have decided to come and help our students to achieve their dreams. I'm just going to request young and dynamic Shukla sir, Ranganath Shukla, who is a faculty of history, to speak few lines, and afterwards Raju Barua will give the vote of thanks, and you have to listen to Siddharth sir. He is also the part of the team, and his thing will be telecast live. Shukla sir.
Revered Chief Guest, Ojha sir, respected Suryavanshi sir, distinguished various faculty members, and my dear friends. It's very difficult to speak after such honorable and eminent personalities, especially after our own gurus. Ojha sir and Suryavanshi sir both are my teachers, and Ojha sir is my local guardian also. So that's very difficult thing to tell anything after your seniors, your teachers. But I am from Gorakhpur, and you must have heard about a famous personality of Gorakhpur, Firaq Gorakhpuri. Once a junior Shair came when Firaq already started to recite his ghazals. Then host rejected his program. Then Firaq called him and told, कोई मेरे बाद आता है तो भी उसके पढ़ने दिया जाए, क्योंकि वो मेरे बाद पैदा भी तो हुआ है. So I am here after you because I am born after you, otherwise I don't have ability to tell anything after you, sir. I'll put here only two things about UPSC. Two things are very important. Number one, whenever you are going to prepare for UPSC or anything, earlier I had been faculty of thermodynamics, and there is a concept of entropy, Vajpayee is also teaching. And you know, higher the entropy, lesser the efficiency. So, to improve our efficiency, we need to minimize our entropy. And what is entropy? Degree of randomness or molecular disorderness. Similarly, the molecules of our mind, thoughts of our mind are disordered, our efficiency will be lesser. Our efficiency will decrease. And when thoughts of our mind and molecules of our mind will be organized, our efficiency will be higher. And that's why art of mind control, as respected Abhaskar also mentioned about EQ, because a developed personality must be equipped with 4 Qs, not only 1 Q, 4 Q. PQ, physical quotient, IQ, intelligent quotient, EQ, emotional quotient, and finally, base of all Qs, SQ, spiritual quotient. All things are important for the development of our personalities. So the first thing, to minimize our entropy of our mind. What could be approach for the preparation of civil services? No, all are my elders. But I'm sorry, sir, but as per my point of view, for the preparation of UPSC, the approach could be like extramarital affair approach. When you are married and you have any additional affair, what happened? You always think about that thing. You always think about your beloved, protecting from everything, trying to be safe from your own wife also. And that fellow is always in your mind. You always try how to meet her, how to approach her, and how to hide ourselves from the entire society. The same approach could be in UPSC. How to complete your syllabus, how to tackle question paper. Nothing else could be in your mind. That means you should have an extramarital affair with your syllabus. With these words, I would like to end my word, and thank you very much, Vajpayee sir, to give me the chance. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. Behalf of DICE, I welcome to all. मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ, लास्ट 17 ईयर्स मैं इस फील्ड पे जुड़ा हूँ और 17 ईयर्स में मैं ऐसा जो इस इंडस्ट्री का सबसे बेस्ट एंड प्रोमिनेंट फैकल्टी है उनके साथ मैंने काम किया है, मेरे बहुत सारे अनुभव है। उसके आधार पे मैं कुछ बात आज शेयर करूँगा 2-3 मिनट, क्योंकि इस इंडस्ट्री में सबसे बड़ी बात है सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर जो टीचर का जो दखल होते हैं, कैसे सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ाया जाता है, उसके ऊपर सबसे ध्यान देना चाहिए स्टूडेंट को। क्योंकि दिल्ली में बहुत बड़ी इंस्टीट्यूट है, सब लोगों को पता है, क्योंकि मैं लगभग हर लोगों के साथ काम करने का अनुभव है। आज यहाँ 20 में है तो परमानेंट पर्सनैलिटी प्रोफेसर DP वाजपेयी सर है, अवध प्रताप ओझा सर है, सूर्यवंशी सर है, जा सर है, मोहित सर है, आभास सर है, प्रवीण सर है। और ये जो टीम है हम लोगों का, मैं समझता हूँ कि 17 ईयर्स का एक अनुभव बड़ी अनुभव होते हैं, उसके आधार पे मैं कह सकता हूँ जे हमने जो कोशिश कर रहा है डाइस इंडिया के प्लेटफॉर्म से फर्स्ट टाइम हम जो जीएस शुरू करने जा रहा है, ये सबसे बेस्ट प्रोग्राम होने वाला है। क्योंकि इस प्रोग्राम को हमने जो रूपरेखा बनाए हैं, इस प्रोग्राम को जेनरली मेंटर हर इंस्टीट्यूट में होते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ आपने देखा है, रेस्पेक्टेड बाजपेयी सर ने बोला है, हमने मेंटर सिस्टम रखा है। मेंटर मतलब उस सब्जेक्ट का एक हाई लेवल पे एक लोगों को बिठा दिया है। मैं ये नहीं कहा जो पढ़ाने वाला भी सेम लेवल है, लेकिन हम उसी से एक लोगों को मेंटरिंग में रखा है और उनकी नीचे टीम बनाए हैं। उसकी जो पीछे है मंशा क्या है मैं बताना चाहता हूँ। जो क्लास में सही जो यूपीएससी रिलेटेड सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर ध्यान दे रहा है नहीं दे रहा है, उनके ऊपर स्टूडेंट को ज़्यादा इस विषय के पता नहीं होते। जब हम मेंटर रखेंगे, मेंटरशिप में क्या होते हैं, ये सारे चीज को निकल के आएंगे। आपको कुछ भी बात करना है, कुछ दिक्कत है, आप जब उस एरिया का जो बॉस के पास जाएंगे, सर ये टॉपिक्स है, क्योंकि उसको पता होगा। आपको पता हो प्रोमिनेंट पर्सनालिटी हमने रखा है, ज्योग्राफी जो मेंटरशिप है, जो जिसको सब लोग जानते हैं, जिन्होंने यूपीएससी पीपीएससी किया है और आने वाला दिन में करने वाला है, हर लोगों उसका नाम लेते हैं। प्रोमिनेंट पर्सनालिटी के सिद्धार्थ सर हम लोग के साथ है, वो मेंटर है और उनकी देख रेख में ज्योग्राफी क्लास चलने वाला है। जैसे हिस्ट्री क्लास का एपी ऊजा सर का देख रेख में चलने वाला है, हमने बड़ी टीम रखा है उसमें। जैसे पॉलिटी एंड साइंस टेक, इकोलॉजी एंड एनवायरनमेंट, प्रोमिनेंट पर्सनैलिटी डीपी बाजपेयी सर की देख रेख में ये कार्यक्रम चलेंगे। मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, डीपी बाजपेयी सर आईआईटी बॉम्बे से पास आउट है। उनके बाद जेएनयू से उन्होंने एनवायरमेंटल साइंस के ऊपर ही एमफिल और पीएचडी किया है, वहीं से किया है। और उनका पॉलिटी में इसी कारण से बहुत लोगों को पता नहीं है, वो जब पॉलिटी पढ़ाने की बात आते हैं, काफ़ी लोगों के मन में एक क्वेश्चन आते हैं, वाई डीपी बाजपेयी सर पॉलिटी। मैं आपको आज एक बात बताना चाहता हूं, डीपी बाजपेयी सर ने लॉ किया है दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से। तो लॉ जो है, लॉ मतलब लॉ के साथ पॉलिटी उनके साथ क्लाब है, तो इसी कारण से पॉलिटी जरूर पढ़ा सकते हैं और बहुत अच्छा भी पढ़ाते हैं, क्योंकि 2005 से पढ़ा रहे हैं। और ये जो डाइस इंडिया जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, ये इंडिया का बेस्ट इसी कारण से होगा, मैं ये कह रहा हूं। तो इस बात के पीछे एक बड़ी बात है कि कोई भी दिल्ली की जो इंस्टीट्यूट है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के ऊपर जितनी फोकस होना चाहिए, क्योंकि देश हम लोगों का जो रेस्पेक्टेड प्राइम मिनिस्टर वो बोल रहा है नॉर्थ ईस्ट आगे बढ़ेंगे तब देश आगे जाएंगे, क्योंकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट ऐसे अष्टलक्ष्मी। नॉर्थ ईस्ट में यूपीएससी का प्रिपरेशन बहुत कम लोग करते हैं, डरते हैं। तीसरी बहुत डिस्कस होते हैं, जैसे मिजोरम, नागालैंड, अरुणाचल, मेघालय, अभी भी वहाँ का स्टूडेंट प्रिपरेशन करने डरते हैं। तो इसी कारण से बाजपेयी सर का एक सपना था, जो हम लोग का एक सिस्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी है, योग पुरुष अटल बिहारी सेवा संस्थान है। उनका जो आइडियोलॉजी है, क्योंकि भारत रत्न अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी का एक सपना था, नॉर्थ ईस्ट लोगों को आगे निकल के लेके जाना है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट लोगों को आगे बढ़ाना है, और उसके लिए भी डाइस इंडिया प्लानिंग कर रहा है। जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टूडेंट यहाँ आए, उनके लिए रहना, खाना, पीना, हर टाइप का फैसिलिटी से दिल्ली में उनको एक घर मिल गया है, अपना घर। दिल्ली में ये फैसिलिटी डाइस इंडिया प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, दिल्ली में अपना एक घर बन गया है। इसी कारण से मैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट के स्टूडेंट को वेलकम करता हूं, आप आइए, आपके लिए एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी है, और यहाँ एक कम खर्चा में आप पढ़ाई लिखाई कर सकते हैं। साथ में बाजपेयी सर ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए एक स्पेशल प्रोग्राम भी अनाउंस किया है, जो 40 स्टूडेंट हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट का फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट में दिल्ली में पढ़ाने की हम लोग प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं, 40 स्टूडेंट। इसके पीछे बहुत लोग कह सकते हैं जो रिमेनिंग इंडिया की क्या होगा। रिमेनिंग इंडिया का भी कई स्कीम है, ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट को आगे इसी कारण से बढ़ाना है। जो एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी है, एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी रेस्पेक्टेड भारत रत्न वाजपेयी जी ने एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी को, जो लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी था, उसको एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी किया कि उनके ऊपर काम नहीं हुआ है। उस काम को हमको आगे बढ़ाना है, क्योंकि ये सिविल सर्विस के साथ बहुत लिंक है। बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी में, सिविल सर्विस में, मतलब एग्जाम में नॉर्थ ईस्ट के ऊपर आते हैं। नॉर्थ ईस्ट से बहुत सारे चीज़ें हैं। सबसे लॉन्गेस्ट ब्रिज है अभी नॉर्थ ईस्ट में है, असम में है, मतलब ब्रह्मपुत्र के ऊपर है, 9.3 किलोमीटर्स है। ऐसे बहुत सारे चीज़ें नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बारे में एनसीईआरटी में भी ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं मिलते हैं। तो उस चीज़ को, इस चीज़ के ऊपर दो आदमी ने काफ़ी, यहाँ जितनी पैनलिस्ट बैठे हैं, हम लोग का रेस्पेक्टेड फैकल्टी बैठा है, सारे लोगों ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के ऊपर काम किया है। स्पेशली ओझा सर नॉर्थ ईस्ट विजिट किया है, मोहित सर विजिट किया है, वाजपेयी सर गया है। ये सारे लोग नॉर्थ ईस्ट को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, और नॉर्थ ईस्ट जब आगे बढ़ जाएंगे तो देश के लिए सबसे एक स्ट्रेटेजिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में बहुत आगे जाएंगे। और डाइस इंडिया ये एक प्लान है जो इनको आगे बढ़ाना। दूसरी बात है, डाइस इंडिया ने साइंस ऑप्शन में नंबर 1 है, इंडिया का नंबर 1 इंस्टीट्यूट है। और नंबर 1 उसमें, जब नंबर 1 एक इंस्टीट्यूट होते हैं, उसमें जब कोई नया कोर्स का जब प्लानिंग होते हैं, जैसे जीएस प्लानिंग कर रहा है, हम कभी भी कंप्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे। जो हम लोग का बैन है, नंबर 1 बैन है इंडिया में साइंस का, उस बैन को हम कभी घटाना नहीं चाहेंगे। उससे अलग लेवल तक हमने जीएस करना है, क्योंकि हम अपने को आगे लेके जाना है। क्योंकि साइंस में नंबर 1 मतलब जीएस में भी हम नंबर 1 मतलब बनना चाहेंगे। और उसी के आधार पे हमने, देखिए डिजाइन कैसे किया, मेंटरशिप, फिर फैकल्टीज, ग्रुप ऑफ फैकल्टीज, फिर हम लोग का क्लास, फिर पर्सनल इंटरेक्शन सेशंस, फिर ओरिएंटेशन। जेनरली बिग इंस्टीट्यूट ओरिएंटेशन नहीं करवाते, हम ओरिएंटेशन क्यों करवा रहे? ओरिएंटेशन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं एक आज खास बात बताना चाहता हूं। मैं एक दिन बैठा था वाजपेयी सर के साथ ऑफिस के अंदर, तो बातचीत हुआ है। एक स्टूडेंट आया था, हम लोग की जो एम है वो आप सोचिए। तो वो स्टूडेंट है, भेल इंडिया में नौकरी करते हैं, नौकरी छोड़ के आया था। सर ने कहा है तुम्हारा एडमिशन डाइस में नहीं होगा, तुम नौकरी क्यों छोड़ के आए? इतनी तुम्हारा वो अपॉर्चुनिटी था, तुम क्यों छोड़ दिया है? तुम्हारा एडमिशन यहाँ नहीं होगा। यहाँ पैसा कमाने के लिए बैठा नहीं है, यहाँ अच्छा इंसान बनाने के लिए हम बैठे हैं और अच्छी तरीके से गाइड करने बैठे हैं। मतलब हम एडमिशन दे सकते हैं, लेकिन उनको बाद में रियलाइज किया है, विदिन 20 to 25 मिनट्स में वो लड़का रियलाइज किया है उन्होंने बड़ी गलती किया है। वहाँ से मतलब विदाउट पे भी वो तो प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बाकी कई भी इंस्टीट्यूट जाएंगे उनको तुरंत एडमिशन हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ पैसा की बात होता है, यहाँ पैसा की नहीं। क्योंकि हम लोग का एक सोशल कंटेस्ट है, क्योंकि यहाँ का जो हम लोग का मेन टीम है, ये जोग पुरुष अटल बिहारी सेवा संस्था की देश भर पे काम कर रहा है, जो अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी का एक सपना था। उस आधार पे भी डाइस इंडिया काम करते हैं, तो ये एक बड़ी बात है। दूसरी बात है ये इंस्टीट्यूट में जो जीएस क्लास होगा, ये जो जीएस क्लास होगा ऑफलाइन होगा। इसमें डिस्कशन से लेके एवरीथिंग A to Z, राइटिंग स्किल को है, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट कैसे किया जाता है, लोगों से कैसे इंटरेक्शन करते हैं, बातचीत कैसे किया जाता है, उसके ऊपर हम ध्यान रखा है। और इस इंडस्ट्री का बेस्ट फैकल्टी को, जो भी बेस्ट फैकल्टी है, हम उनसे कोशिश किया है उनको यहाँ लाने के लिए। और अभी भी हम लोग के साथ बेस्ट टीम है। आपने देखा है AP ओझा सर बैठे हैं, क्योंकि हमने पूरा फोकस ऑल इंडिया प्लस मेन टारगेट जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट को रखा है। AP ओझा सर हम लोगों को मदद करने वाला है, सूर्यवंशी सर मदद करने वाला, जा सर मदद करने वाला है, के सिद्धार्थ सर मदद करने वाले, प्रवीण सर, मोहित सर, ऐसे एक बड़ी टीम है। ऐसे हम लोग का 12 लोगों का टीम है और 4 हम लोगों का मेंटर है। 12 बेस्ट फैकल्टी हम इंडस्ट्री से लेके आए हैं और हम लोग का सार मेंटर है। इस देख रेखल में ये बड़ी प्रोग्राम चलाने वाला है। बार बार मैं एक बात कहता हूँ, हम लोग के जो साइंस में नंबर 1 है, वो जीएस में भी हम नंबर 1 बनना चाहेंगे। उसी के आधार पे हमने क्लास शुरू करने जा रहा है। हर चीज़ के बच्चे को हर तरफ से एज ए गाइडेंस, एज ए पेरेंट्स, एज ए मेंटर, एज ए फैकल्टी, जो भी आप बच्चे को जैसे उनको लगते हैं इसी तरीक़े से हम गाइड करेंगे। और ये मैं बिहाफ ऑफ डाइस इंडिया आपको प्रॉमिस करता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे 17 ईयर्स अनुभव से ये बात कहता हूँ। 17 साल हो गया दिल्ली में, मैंने देखा है इंस्टीट्यूट कैसे चलते हैं। कई इंस्टीट्यूट में एक बड़ी फैकल्टी होते हैं, बाकी ऐसे, किंतु डाइस इंडिया में हर सब्जेक्ट में बेस्ट फैकल्टी हमने टीम लेके गए, क्योंकि हम नंबर 1 रहना है और डाइस इंडिया का जो लेवल है वो बढ़ाना है। साथ साथ सोशल कॉन्टेस्ट में भी हम लोगों को काम कराना है। जो अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी का सपना है उसको साकार कराना है और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को आगे लेके जाना है, क्योंकि वो भी एक सपना है, प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट का भी सपना है, वहाँ से ज़्यादा लोग सेलेक्ट हो और देश भर में हर लोगों को डाइस इंडिया की तरफ से वेलकम करता हूँ। आप लोग आइए और यहाँ आपको एक बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने वाला है। हम जो बात करते हैं वो बात हमने प्लानिंग के साथ उसकी रूपरेखा भी तैयार करके हमने क्लास में उस चीज़ों को, जो बात हमने बताया है वो हर चीज़ आपको क्लास में मिलेंगे। यही बात मैंने आपको कहा था। साथ साथ आज इस मंच पे विराजमान सभी प्रोमिनेंट पर्सनैलिटी और फैकल्टी को डाइस इंडिया की तरफ से धन्यवाद देता हूं। आप लोगों का सबसे कीमती समय, बिजी टाइम से कुछ पल निकाल के आज डाइस इंडिया प्लेटफॉर्म में आए, इसके लिए आपको अभिवादन करता हूं और आप लोगों से एक ही मनसा रखा हूं, जो आप लोगों से यही मैं प्रॉमिस चाहता हूं, जो हमेशा ही डाइस इंडिया टीम के साथ आप लोग जुड़े रहे और आप हम लोग के साथ जुड़े हैं, हम आपके साथ हैं। आज से मतलब एक नई टीम के साथ हम उड़ान भरने वाला है और सभी को दोबारा वेलकम करता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं। यही करके मेरे बात विराम देता हूं। धन्यवाद। और नेक्स्ट अभी के सिद्धार्थ सर का एक क्लास का जो आज आ नहीं पाए, वो नोएडा में रहते हैं कुछ कारण से, उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड करके क्लास हम लोग का मैसेज भेज दिया है, आप लोग देखेंगे। और कल प्रोफेसर डीपी वाजपेयी सर का क्लास होगा 2 बजे, ऑनलाइन माध्यम से होगा और परसों 2 बजे प्रोफेसर के सिद्धार्थ सर का होगा। और मैं फैकल्टी पैनल के बारे में बता देता हूं, जैसे साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में आर पाठक सर भी हम लोग के साथ है, क्योंकि हम लोग के हर सेक्शन में जो बेस्ट है टाउन पे उस टीम को हमने रखा है। तो इस चीज़ को आपने वेबसाइट में भी 1-2 दिन में।
Although I have not been among students for a good amount of a time, students means the civil services aspirants in general, but then there is nothing that I have not known about civil services preparation of late and how exactly it is taking shape. And what are the trends associated with it, what are the issues associated with it, and what are the modern aspects which can be imparted to the students or what is being circulated among the students. Although I have not been among students for a good amount of a time, students means the civil services aspirants in general, but then there is nothing that I have not known about civil services preparation of late and how exactly it is taking shape. And what are the trends associated with it, what are the issues associated with it, and what are the modern aspects which can be imparted to the students or what is being circulated among the students. Most of my time goes on to be among international students who are international aspirants in Dubai, in Sydney and in Singapore, teaching them experiential economy, gig economy, and of course other personality traits, grooming them for becoming a future citizen of the world. Right now, it is I'm with you essentially as a part of to tell you how is it that you can go on to make the best use of me. That is, whatever experiences that I go on to be having it, how is it that you can go on to utilize it, you can go on to make the best utilization out of all of those things. I am here essentially for Vajpayee Sahab. Vajpayee Sahab has been a good acquaintance, then he became a good friend of Sita, and I've been made friends. It's not only a contact, it is a friend in the true sense of the term. He has been with me in thick and thins of times as well. He has been sharing a lot of things with me, and I have been too. We have a common bond in the form of physics. I'm also from physics. He's also from physics. Although I have got myself branded for geography, environmental sciences in the civil services market, but my core expertise is always in physics, and my present research always is also going to be with geophysical sciences, essentially earth sciences. So that goes on to be common topic is among us is going to be Fujiwara effect, about which I have known a lot from him because that is his research area, and that is a topic in geography. Also, that I have known a lot about weather forecasting also, and this is also something that I have known a quite amount of it from him, and particularly the type of modeling that one can go to develop for that purpose. Now, of late, I have been working as a strategic thinker in the sense that is advising governments